Hello, it's Dog Charts. Now, most every investor knows who Warren Buffett is, but do you know Warren's 2 investment rules? Let's take a look. Warren Buffett is one of America's greatest investors. As of October 20th, 2017, according to the Bloomberg Billionaires Index, Warren is the 3rd richest person with a net worth of $80.5 billion. Along the way to reaching his current net worth, Warren Buffett has been attributed several notable quotations. 2 of the more important quotes are as follows. Rule number 1, never lose money. Rule number 2, never forget rule number 1. In the process of reaching his net worth, he has been also attributed to one particular valuation measure. In addition to that, I want to talk about a valuation measure that I look at. But let's first look at Buffett's valuation measure. This is a chart from Advisor Perspectives with regard to the so-called Buffett indicator, looking at corporate equities to GDP. This is the current or most current valuation as of October 2017, and it goes back all the way to 1950. As we can see on the chart, in 2000, the level was at 151.3% of corporate equities to GDP. Currently, we sit at 131.5%. Now, with regard to Buffett's rules of never lose money, in today's market, we are at very lofty elevations, so I'm not saying that it's time to sell or time to sell everything or even time to sell anything. All I'm saying is with regard to historical measures, we're at the 2nd highest level going all the way back to 1950. So my point is, be prudent, be cautious, and know what you're investing in. This chart here, also from Advisor Perspectives, is a variation of the Buffett indicator using the Wilshire 5000 to GDP. This chart goes back to 1970, and similarly, currently we are at the 2nd highest level during that time frame, and we sit at 129.6% versus the peak in 2000 at 136.5%. So basically, the idea is that we are at lofty levels, and this is a time to be prudent. Now let's go look at an indicator that I have been watching. The chart we're looking at is the 20-year monthly chart on the Dow Jones Industrial ETF Trust, or DIA, or the Diamonds, as of October 20th, 2017, using realtimestockquote.com charts. As we can see here, we're currently at $232.65. Now, you know I like looking at the monthly chart because it gives a much longer perspective and an overall larger picture of the markets. Here we have the MACD. We're still in an uptrend. Histogram also shows that we had a slight move upward. Moving down to the relative strength is what I wanted to talk about. Here we can see that the RSI is currently at 91.6. And if you go and put the horizontal line here at this point, you can see that we are at the highest level that we have been in the last 20 years. Again, a different measure, No measure is going to give you all of the information, but what you want to do is you want to take a look at several measures in order to gain a better perspective of what your investment should be and what your level of caution should be. Now this is just the diamonds. So let's go take a look at the S&P. Also on the 20-year monthly with regard to the S&P using the spiders SPY, we're at $256.74 and moving down again to the relative strength index. We're at 89.4, not quite as high as the diamonds, but still looking back through history, at least the last 20 years, we are again at the highest level. Simply an indicator telling us that as investors, it's time to be prudent. So this is a relatively short video, but I just wanted to point out a couple of indicators that you may want to watch on a monthly basis, as I do, just to keep attuned of the current market in respect to the overall picture. So thank you again. This is Chew Dog Charts.